Okay, Course 3, Lesson 3.2 and 3.3, cube roots, exponents, roots, and order of operations. So our learning target, we're going to determine the cube root of a perfect cube and follow the order of operations to simplify expressions with powers and roots. So we're going to start by looking at the volume of a cube. So like yesterday, we looked at the area of a square and we found the side length of the square. Today we're going to find the side length or the edge length of a cube. So the concept here for volume is how much space can fill up this three-dimensional perfect cube. And to start with, I'm going to tell you that each side length or edge length is 3 feet. So that's a pretty large cube. And we need to figure out how much space takes up this perfect cube. So if we look at volume, the formula is the area of the base times the height. In a perfect cube, our area of our base, like we looked at yesterday, is that 3 times 3. Then our height, because we want to see how many cubes are going to be needed to stack after you stack the bottom, will be times 3. So in this case, our volume is 3 times 3 times 3, which can be written in exponential form as 3 cubed, which is evaluated 27 feet cubed. So again, here's our exponential form. We learned this vocabulary word in the previous lesson. Okay, so 3 cubed, moving on. To say that in words, we can say 3 to the power of 3, or you can say 3 cubed. So that's your verbal description of 3 cubed, or 3 to the power of 3. So that's how to find volume. Now, to go in reverse, we would be wanting to find the edge length. So if I gave you a cube, and this time I'm going to give you the volume, and you're going to have to tell me the edge length. So what if I said the volume is 216 feet cubed? Now, I know if it's a perfect cube, all of the edges are the same. And I know that to find volume, I have to find the area of the base times the height, which would be x times x, the area of the base, and the height is x, which would give me my x cubed. Now, x cubed is equal to the volume, which is equal to 216. So now you have to think, what number times itself again is going to equal 216? Or we could use the cube root instead of the square root, the cube root, and that would cancel out. And then the cube root of 216. So after we kind of brainstorm, because we don't have a calculator quite yet, our answer is going to be each side length is 6 feet. And we could check that because 6 times 6 is 36. And 36 times 6, 36, 18, 19, 20, 21, gives us 216. Okay, so it's the same concept as the previous lesson. It's just with a cube rather than a square. Now, we're going to review order of operations, and the only thing that we're adding is, since now that we know how to work with square roots and cube roots, we're going to add that to our order of operations that you guys learned last year. So P stands with parentheses, so you always want to do what's inside the parentheses first. Now, E, you guys know, is exponents. And exponents and roots, are going to be in the same order. So now for E, exponents, again, you guys knew this last year, and we're going to add an R for roots. Then we know that the M and the D is multiply and divide. Again, same step, so you're moving left to right. And then your A and your S, again, same step, is your add and subtract. So with both of these, you're moving left to right. So let's try one. Okay, 250 minus 3 times, we're going to use that dot for multiplication, times 5 squared. So first step is my parentheses. So now I have 250 minus 15 squared. So I did my parentheses. Next step, exponents and roots. I don't have any roots, but I do have exponents. So 15 times 15 is going to give me 225. So 250 minus 225. Now I just have straight subtraction, and 250 minus 225 gives me 25. And we will practice more with our order of operations throughout our practice, but I just wanted you guys to be aware that we're adding the roots to our order of operations. Okay, so go ahead and write your summary and complete sentences over what this lesson is about, and be prepared to share in class. And again, our learning target, what we covered, we were determining the cube root of a perfect cube and following the order of operations to simplify expressions with powers and roots.